Hey guys, welcome to my home. So my name is Anu and I live in North London in Hampstead. I'm really excited to have this chat and tell you all about the journey I had with FCI and with Ray in particular, who's really designed our dream home, and we have loved every minute of our time ever since this was done about 8 months ago, and really have brought us so much joy. Couldn't be happier. So well done, guys. Thank you. So this was a very long room, all flowing as one. There was never a distinction between spaces. So it was really helpful when we sat together. I think one of the key objectives was to break these spaces and actually create a different feeling, a different sense of use to each individual space. So this today and the way it's taken shape has certainly created a space that not only can we relax and watch the TV on Saturdays and lounge, but more importantly, I did not want a family room here, because we then have a very formal space here that I quite enjoyed, that I quite enjoy sitting with my husband over a glass of wine with the fireplace on in the evenings, or having, we love entertaining. So we have friends coming over, and this would be the first space that we have our drinks before we then go on to the dining and unwind in this space for an after dinner glass of whiskey. So this really had multiple purposes in mind. So not only a space where as a family we can recline, put our feet up and enjoy the Sunday, the weekends, but also be able to comfortably sit, especially for women, because I hate going to spaces where if I'm wearing a dress, I do not want to be lying down right at the back with my dress high up. I still want to be able to sit in a way that is more appropriate, especially if I'm entertaining guests and we're all glammed up with stilettos on. I mean, the last thing I want to be doing is sliding back. So these are the little pointers that it was so important to incorporate in a space like this, where it allowed us to do both weekend lounging, but during an evening where we've had friends over, or just on a day-to-day basis, we can sit quite nicely and enjoy a conversation. And the focus point is not the TV, it's actually the fireplace, or that space where you only come to when you just want to get your feet up. So one key consideration in this design process was really considering textures, fabrics, materials, being able to layer it seamlessly into the spaces. More importantly, helping to create a distinction between each room, yet allowing the rooms to flow together. And then we come to the dining room. So we chose a really minimalist dining table, clean lines, oval shape to soften the space up. We actually chose the wallpaper first and then decided on the fabric for the chairs, because I totally fell in love with this wallpaper. It really turned out to be the most beautiful backdrop to the dining room, along with the fact that then I chose these really quirky lampshades, the combination of floral and naked women, if you look closely. It's like a conversational piece. And then to the kitchen, we brought the blue again back onto the bar stools to really tie the dining and the kitchen together, along with the lamps that also picked up on the shades of blue, green, and had a bit of a statement in this kitchen. And the backdrop, of course, being my beautiful garden. So yeah, love this space, and we spend most of our time cooking and chatting and having family time around the kitchen. So coming down these beautiful stairs, we are in our lower ground floor of our house. This is the family room, through to my passion, which are shoes, stilettos. I mean, it's just one of those things. So we had FCI and Ray to design this beautiful collection. I mean, really house my beautiful collection into this space. And then onto the master bedroom. So this was very interesting in terms of collaborating with Ray and in terms of the design of the space, because this was a very long room. This was not even there. So we've had to visualize how to create a separation in the room in order to make it interesting. And then here is one of my favorite rooms in the home, and I love coming after a long day to completely unwind in this space, and it's my sanctuary. What was very exciting when we were thinking about color schemes and materials and textures, which we have infused across the entire home, what I absolutely loved to begin with was in fact this wallpaper. So it all started because I fell in love with this wallpaper, and my husband thought I was crazy to even consider this in our bedroom, but it works and he loves it now. So we took inspiration from the wallpaper in terms of color schemes, and then flowing in with the color scheme of the room, which then leads us onto a little courtyard. So this is the courtyard that overlooks our master suite. Love this space because it was nothing like this before. So this was just almost a blank canvas, walls on both sides, totally empty and barren. And the idea was to make it a space where we could relax late at night, or just add to the social side of the outdoor through to the garden. So what Ray and I discussed was various ideas, and what we finally agreed on was creating this arch where it acts as a nice bench in the evenings to sit out. We try to combine the two spaces, the garden and the courtyard, together with the choice of wood, because the bench in the garden is of the same material and same color that then continued up the stairs. So all the steps have the same wood feature. And then my son's room is on the other side of this courtyard that overlooks another little bench for him to hang with his friends and enjoy his time. And then, of course, this beautiful water feature. Water feature just gives it, I don't know, makes it so serene and calm for us, especially because this overlooks our master suite. So amazing, love it. So welcome to my garden, my outdoor space. It was critical to get the elements here right, in terms of being able to hang as a family for my son to play football with his mates, as much as it was important for us to have grown-up time, dinner, lunches, barbecues, and so on. So it was really nice. It was an interesting conversation in terms of how do we divide the spaces, ensuring that there is enough garden space. We chose a dining table, light, not too heavy, given that it's a good size garden, but it isn't, Hyde Park. So I had to make sure that it was light, easy to maintain, regardless of the weather. And so we chose this, which went really well with the overall color scheme and materials that we chose to have, along with the bench. And then, of course, a pit, which it's a feature on its own, and really aesthetically completes it for us.